FI BCom Semester 1, Subject Economics. Today's my topic is Law of Variable Proportion. The law of variable proportion presents relationship between the change in variable factors and the change in output. The fixed factor like land remain constant, but the variable factors like labor change. There is change in output. Initially, the output rises more than the proportionately, then it rises proportionately, but after a point it aviate sorry can't but after a point it inevitably rises less than, then is rises proportionately. These three phases of change in output are separately explained as the law of increasing return, the law of constant return, and the law of diminishing return. Modern writers call it by one name, the law of variable proportion. It states that the change in output is not in proportion to the change in output like variable factors. The output changes disproportionately. It is called the law of variable proportion. When a firm begins to increase its output by increasing variable factor like labor, the fixed factor like land, building, permanent staff, etc. remain constant. The proportion between the fixed and the variable factors is changed. The total output will rise. It will go on rising more than in proportion to the increase in variable factor till the optimum combinations of factor in attained. Law of variable we are explaining with the help of schedule and graph. Schedule or a table and a graph. First of all, I am explain schedule of law of variable proportions. Factor of production like land, capital are constant and the quantity of labor variable factors is increased, then total production, average production and marginal production like that table. In the table 5 column is available, first, second, third and fourth. First column the name is fixed factor of production like a land. Second, units of variable factors like a labor. Third column the name is total production and then the short name is TP. Fourth is average production and the name their short name is AP. Last one is marginal production and their short name is MP. In a fixed factor we are putting to the 100 every rows because of the reason it is fixed factor. In a variable factor we are putting to the 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. Total production the figure is 40 90 150 200 200 220 240 240 230 and 210. In an average production 40 45 50 50 45 40 34.3 28.75 23.23. In last marginal production 40 50 60 50 40 20 0 minus 10 and minus 20. In that situation if you are increasing we are using to the more and more labor in your production, you are getting to the higher increasing total production. In a starting if we are using to the one labor, that time we are getting to the total production is 40 units. If you are increasing to second labor unit, in that time our total production improving 40 to 90. In that situation if we are improving more and more unit of the labor, we are getting to the more and more production. But in a 6 we are using to the 6 labor, they are defined to the maximum total production. After you are using to the 7 labor, your production cannot be changed. And after you are using to the one more, it means ke 8 unit of the labor, they are defined to the our total production is decreased after after 8 labor unit. Second is average production. If we are improving if we are using to the one labor in your production sector, in that type our average production is 40 units. If you are improving one labor unit, in that time your average production also improve, but in a third labor unit it is maximum. After you are using to the 4 unit of the labor, they are defined that thing in that time our average production is stable and after it is decreased. In the same way, marginal production, if you are using to the one labor unit, that time our marginal production is 40. If you are using to the other unit of labor, in that time your production is increase. After some point it is decrease. In a 7 labor unit it is become 0, and after you are using to the 8 labor unit it is going to the negative side. It means that first of all your marginal production is improved, after it is decreased. In a 7 unit it is become 0, and after it is going to the negative side. I am explaining the table properly. On fixed factor of the production, if variable input are gradually increase, the production in the beginning increase at increasing rate till optimum factor combination in not reached. At marginal production and average production also increase. 3 labors are added, total production increase at increasing rate, that is 40 at first, 50 at second, 60 at increase at 68. Third, marginal production also increase at the same rate. Average production increase x 40, 45, 50 respectively. The first phase of production, there is a condition of increasing returns. Fourth labor, marginal production start decreasing, which continues to decrease till 6th unit and become 0 at 7th unit of laborer. At 4th laborer, marginal production is 50, at 5th it is 40, and 6th it 20. At this time the total production 200, 220, 240 units 240 unit. Average production goes down 50, 45, 40. In this phase, average production decrease at less speed than marginal production. At the 7th laborer, marginal production becomes 0 and total production is 240. It is both maximum and constant. With the 8th laborer, marginal production become negative and total production decrease. At 8th laborer, marginal production is minus 10 and total production goes down from 240 to 230 units. At 9th laborer, marginal production is minus 20 and total production is 210, means 210 units, 210 units. Till 3 laborers are added, average production increase. At 4th it becomes fixed, and from 5th it tends to decrease. According to the above mentioned schedule, till 3 units of laborer, the law of increasing return applies. From the 4th laborer, marginal production increase and the law of decreasing return starts. Factor of production can be used as substitutes to one another up to certain limit, but they cannot be completed substitutes to one another. The condition of decreasing return start in at the 3rd labor units, optimum factor combination is reached and therefore when the proportion of labor is added, marginal production gradually decrease. At 7th unit it becomes 0. The law of decreasing return applied to agriculture sector at the early stage, but in other sector as there is possibility of substitutes, it's applied late. This is the reason why it is said that If land and labor were substituted completely, the food for the entire mankind could be grown in small piece of land. All other factors of production are constant. The only the factor of labor is increased. The production changes. This change can be divided into three phases or a three stage. The first stage is total output, average output, and up to some point marginal output also are increasing. The average output reach its maximum point. Marginal output increase at an increasing rate initially, then at a decreasing rate. Initially, there are increasing returns, then there are diminishing return. Point the stage with three labor is the first phase. Second stage is in the second stage both average output and marginal output are falling, but at the end when the number of workers reached the marginal output is zero. At total output is maximum, marginal output is falling faster than average output. The decrease in marginal production is faster than the average production. At seventh unit, it becomes zero, but total production remains constant. In a third stage, the marginal output is less than zero. It means negative, and it's falling from this point onward. Total output is also falling. In the third stage, all the three marginal output, average output, and total output are falling. In that situation, we are explaining with the help of figure or a graph. First of all, I am explaining graph. OX defined to the labor, it means are variable factor. In a y-axis, we are putting to the production. We are drawing to the three graph or a three curve. First of all, the curve is defined to the total production. Second, we are in a starting 0.2, it is upward sign, and after it is decrease and it is not touched to our x-axis, they are known as a average production or a average output. Third graph, we are starting to the 0 point and it is increase and it is cut to our x-axis and going to the downward side. It is our marginal output or a marginal production. In a short way, total production means TP, average production is AP, marginal production is MP. In a stage 1, we are putting to the sum point. We are drawing to the vertical line. In a figure, we are defined to the stage 1, stage 2 and stage 3. So you are putting to the one point is average production and marginal production both are cut to each other. In that time, we are drawing to the one straight line, and in a x-axis we are putting to the M, and average and marginal production both are touched to each other. They are putting to the K, and after it is straight line. It is known as our first stage. In a second stage, we are drawing to that line in a marginal production, it touched to our x axis. That point we are drawing to the one straight line, and the name is in x axis n, and after we are putting to the second point in a total output, cut to the total output, they are defined to the p. M to n, they are defined to the our second stage, and after n they are defined to the our third stage. In a first stage, point M shows the number of workers, it means K variable when the first stage ends. Point K shows maximum average output. In a second stage, the point P shows maximum output when marginal output is 0. In a third stage, after N, it is defined to the third stage. It may be concluded the economic efficiency rise during the stage during the stage 1. More and more output is attained per unit of land, it means fixed factor, and labor, it means variable factor. Therefore, the firm will cross the first stage and work in the second stage. The third stage is ruled out as all the three kinds, namely marginal, average, and total output are declining. The firm will have to decide where exactly to operate in the second stage. The exact point will depend on the price ratio of land and labor. With the decreasing of MP at fourth labor, AP also start declining, but AP curve decline less slowly than MP curve, and it is above MP curve. At the fourth labor unit, AP and MP cross each other. MP and AP become equal to production at 50 units. After fourth labor unit, MP decline faster than AP, and so AP curve is upward and MP curve is downward. At 7th labor unit, MP is 0 and then it becomes negative, but AP remains positive. After I am explaining assumption of variable proportion. And this law, production method is constant. Second, vector combination change is possible. The third one is units of variable factor are homogeneous. The three assumption is available in that law. This is our last question.